loading snacks.
Yo, what it do, Loading Snacks Universe? Your boy Jokes is here. I got the homie Marcus. I got the homie Sin. And it's time for another prediction show here on the Finisher Podcast. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Finisher.
Hey, I'm here. I'm excited. I'm ready to talk a little bit of wrestling. Before we get into this massive weekend we got with not only that but Extra Life. So I'm looking forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For those that may not be certain, we are here to do predictions for WWE Crown Jewel, which is going to be happening on Saturday during the middle of the day. So I want to repeat that for the people watching, just because it is coming from Saudi Arabia. This show will be smack during the middle of the day. So make sure you guys plan accordingly to watch this show.
And if you plan on watching with us in the Discord, just know as soon as we finish with Extra Life on that stream, make sure you migrate there because that's where we'll be.
Yes, sir. So just to give you guys, just for those that aren't familiar, obviously with Loading Snacks, we do a lot of stuff. And one of the favorite things we love to do every single year is Extra Life. Just to give you a quick synopsis of what that is, we're going to be streaming video games for 24 hours. Now, we used to do it all at one time, but we decided for our own sanity, but also for the benefit of viewers being able to come in and watch at any time, we're spreading things out over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So hopefully by the time you watch this, you're probably going to be watching between Friday and Saturday. Hop in, take a look. Please donate. Help us reach these goals and so we can raise money for Children's Network hospitals. There's going to be a little wrestling talk in between Extra Life because we're going to have some things going. So just make sure you guys tune in. The link, if you go to the beacons.ai/loading snacks. I'm going to say it because some of you guys are listening to the podcast. Make sure you go there, click the link. The donation links will be in there for each one of us independently. Please help us make our donation goals for the kids. Thank you for guys for taking time. Listen to that. But now let's go ahead. Let's do a little shifting so we can talk about wrestling. Crown Jewel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the matches on this card.
They have made it interesting.
I like the matches on this card. Some we've already seen building up for. We just weren't sure where things were going to land at. But I'm actually not disappointed with what we have. How do we feel overall about the card before we jump into it?
I feel like it's a typical Crown Jewel card, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Sin is getting back into wrestling and everything. So when I say that, he's probably like, what do you mean it's typical for Crown Jewel? It's in the sense where champions are fighting champions, essentially.
Okay.
And it's showing the best of the product and the brands.
Mm-hmm.
I will say a lot of the matches, yes, I am excited for. I have thoughts and concerns on some of them. The main ones being, what this is all about, the champions versus champion matches. I'm undecided on how I feel about those. I'm just going to watch and join them and see how they play out because I'm hoping there's a bigger reason behind the unveiling of this Crown Jewel belt and stuff like that, or was it just like Saudi Arabia wanted something, so we did it to shut them up type of deal? Like I was asking I was asking a while ago about King of the Ring. Like, is there anything to this now? I was asking y'all. You know what I'm saying? They're just King of the Ring. And there's nothing after that. This time it turned out you get a championship match. Like, okay, cool. Like, it's just you get this big ass belt and just get to walk around with it for like a month, and then we're gonna throw it into the locker till next year, or something gonna become of having the belt. But that's not something that I can like answer right now. We have to see after how it plays out next. Yes, so.
Understood. When we get to those matches, we can have a little bit of a little in-depth conversation because Marcus, from us watching Crown Jewel in the past, we probably already have an idea what's going to end up happening. But we'll talk during those matches and figure things out. But gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's start to dig into some of these predictions. Sin, I gotta thank you first for getting things prepared for us in my late arrival here, and things look very good, sir. Your homework looks good. I'm gonna give you your props on stream for people to actually hear.
And he followed PIMDOS to the letter.
But Cool beans.
Vroom.
But first match we're going to go ahead and talk about is going to be between, oh, these are some wonderful women tag teams, between Jade and Bianca versus Kairi Sane and Io Sky versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I actually really like this match. And first things first, for being Crown Jewel, we have two women's matches on the pay-per-view, with one of them actually showcasing a good handful of the women's superstars that I really like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm actually a little confused about this match because there's some potential in this match. I'm gonna be real. I would like to see Chelsea Green and Piper win these championships, but at the same time, Lash and Jakara being able, now we knew that the women's championships, they were going to be defended amongst all three shows, and it actually looks like we're semi moving back into that direction, but we'll see how things go. But I'm gonna say Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I would like to see. I want Chelsea Green with gold. I'm sorry. I need that.
Everybody wants Chelsea Green with some gold.
I need it. And you know what? I'm going to say it's going to happen tonight. Nothing against Jade and Bianca. I love Jade and Bianca. Fire tag team. They are a force to be reckoned with. I think over time, their tag team their skills together have gotten much better. I want to see them as a tag team for a little bit longer before we decide to break them up. I do eventually want to see the two of them fight each other because that's going to be an amazing match. But right now, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven for the win. Sin, where are you at on this match?
Well, it's no secret. I don't want the titles on Jade and what's his name, Bianca. They don't need it. I don't think they need it anymore. I think that what they've done, to solidify Jade and Bianca helping her through that, I think that's good. Lash and Jakara, I don't see them getting the belts right now, but I do want to see them have a really good outing, especially at a PLE. I really want to see them do super well at that, just to carry that energy back to NXT. Y'all know I'm Damage Control all day, and as much as I want to pick my Damage Control women, I'm gonna have to agree with Jokes. I need to see Piper and Chelsea with this belt. I feel like that is, to who to put it on here, I think is best for all three programs. Like,
I dig it.
Having them two antagonizing all the women on all three programs, I think that sells it every time. I think that would work wonders every time. So, and yes, we all want to see Chelsea with some gold because we know she will run with it. And
listen, they still dropped the ball by not making her Queen of the Ring. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Nia is doing a little bit of something with being Queen of the Ring, but she ain't doing what I think Chelsea Green would be doing as Queen of the Ring.
Chelsea would smoke Queen of the Ring by far.
I'm just saying. But
yeah, but I'm sorry, Damage Control ladies. I have to go with Chelsea and Piper on this one. That's what I want to see get the belt. I want to see what's going in their hands.
Not mad at the pick at all, Sam. Marcus, where are you at on this match?
I mean, I'm actually kind of torn on this match because, like, all my majority of my girls are in this match.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
and everybody, like, there's no, like, everybody knows if you've been listening and or watching the product knows that I support Black businesses. And I enjoy good hot chocolate, but there's just something about green that I've always supported green.
It's so funny to me, and it actually is not. It's a little bit funny, but so interesting to me how someone who is a Karen, if you will, like that's her character. You know what I mean? And for her to who always, and I mean always, take L's. That everybody is behind her so much with all the L's that she just takes and the type of character that she is, that we still love the hell out of her. And we really
if we could rewind the tape, right? If we could rewind the tape, we go back, I think it was like maybe 6 months when we mentioned that she was coming to the E from TNA, and we were like, "Yo, if she brings this Karen character, you're going to fall in love with it." You're like, "Nah, I don't think I will." And now, here we are.
She's so good at it. She's so good at it. Like, for some reason, I can't hate her. I can just smile and laugh.
100%.
I'm going to go Piper Niven and Chelsea Green to get back the titles. Similar to what you guys said, I think for story purposes, that can drive the story. I mean, sure, Black Excellence could retain, and I'm pretty sure by SummerSlam we would have a story where they would break up, and we can start that whole feud process if both stay healthy and nothing else happens. But this is also a good point for the titles, and the titles on Piper and Chelsea is just like instant views.
Yeah,
100%.
And then can you imagine? And then not only that, what people need to realize is that Matt Cardona is a troll. If you think he will not take pictures again with that women's tag team belt,
supposedly, when he did take it to GCW, that was actually a replica. He did not take the real one, so hats off that he didn't do that. But apparently, he took a replica. But he still came out.
He got a replica made. But still, if you don't think it won't be on his IG, his Snapchat, all of his social medias, you're bugging.
100. That is 100%. That's going to be even funnier. But Sin, I think you said it best. The three of them, or the two of them, going between the three brands, antagonizing everybody.
And she has they have to win because everybody's been dissing Chelsea since the garbage, the
whole
dumpster
garbage
match.
Thing. Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, I may be trash, but I beat you, and now I'm tag team champion. So it's going to be great.
I'm not mad at that at all. So,
great.
Unanimous decision, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. We are all in agreement. I'm not mad at that at all. Please just let us if we don't get anything else right, let us be right about that one. But let's go ahead and move on to our next match. This one's going to be pretty good as well too. And that's going to be between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Now we have talked about, and Marcus, we've been talking about this for a while, trying to get heel Kevin Owens back. And we have been seeing the signs, the writings on the wall that the turn was coming. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen. And unfortunately, he truly took it out on Cody after the PLE and beat him up backstage. And then, of course, got into it. Randy, they were all good friends. Chose to get into it with Randy. Not the best idea. But heel Owens, I feel like, even with Randy, is going to give him a little bit of an issue. Sin, what do you think of this match?
I think Kevin Owens is coming home with the victory. I think Tripp did. I think he did a great job of selling Kevin Owens recently in this new heel angle. I think it's up to KO to deliver that in the ring. If he delivers that, I think he's going to give Randy a serious issue. Because it sounds like it's something different in a heel version of however he probably was before. If you know what I mean? Like how Tripp is selling it. So I'm looking to see that come out of him and him deliver on that and seeing him go forward with this heel angle. I feel like he has to win it. Just because of the slow build-up they've had, Tripp selling the mental state that he's in right now. I think he has to win to really, because if he doesn't, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? It's no reason to it. So I think he is coming out with the victory on this one. I think it's going to be a good match regardless, though.
Agreed. Marcus? I know.
Randy's my guy.
I know.
Randy's my guy, and KO's my guy. And I'm just like, Like, as much as I would want Randy to win, KO's definitely going to get the victory here. Like, I believe he's going to get the victory here. For the sole premise is that now he's going to kind of do like, I'm starting over from scratch. I'm going back to my like NXT roots type of Kevin Owens. Like, I'm just going to fight everybody on site whenever, however I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that is the mindset he's currently in. And I think they're going to really go into that type of dynamic going forward. And then with Randy losing, that can have him reevaluate, like, I need to go back to that place.
Woo!
So,
hey, Marcus, you hit the nail on the head. Like, I'm where you guys are as well too. Kevin Owens is going to take the victory in here.
Any instance where I can get Punt Orton back,
you're in.
I'm all for it.
And look, I saw one of those for the first time last week.
Oof.
It just happened to come across my feed. I was like,
you thought the curb stomp stuff Rowan does was a banger.
I can't remember who it was. All I know is he was out the side of the ring and I could tell he was fully in his heel mode. And I think somebody was on the ramp telling him, like, don't go back in the ring or something like that. And he turned around, and ran full speed across to the other side of the ring and punt kicked whoever was in the head. I was like, that's what they were talking about. Okay, now I get it. Okay.
Sam, heel Orton is a completely different.
Oh, no, it was CM Punk. He didn't kick in the head. CM Punk was trying to stop him. And it was CM Punk ran into the ring after he kicked him. Randy turned right back around and got in his clothes stands right in his face and made CM Punk back up. I was like,
you're talking about the NXT joint.
Yeah.
Against Moss. Moss.
Oh, listen. If this is what it's going to take, I feel like, just like you said, Marcus, Kevin is going to push Orton to his limit. He's going to take the victory. And clearly, this is going to spill over for a little bit of time between Kevin, Cody, Randy, however it may be.
And also, jokes, it adds another heel into the main event contention.
It does.
Yeah.
And I want Randy back in the main event picture. Like, listen, as much as right now him beating Cody is probably not going to happen, a match of Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, the story. Hey, listen, when you talk about a full circle story,
I've learned.
Randy Orton and Cody is one of those written to get to this point. Mm-hmm. Randy had this dude.
Hey, AK, you want to get like where I am? You want this? Let me show you the way.
He's here now, and I would love.
I have the high ground.
Hey, listen,
you have the high ground. You say.
I'm amped to get to this point, but if this is what it's going to take to push Randy back over the edge, I am here for it. I am here for it because KO is not going to give a damn in this match. Like, if he's going to be pulling out some dirty tactics, it's going to happen to get this victory. But
I mean, at this point, like, he's no longer a face, so I expect all the heel shenanigans in this match.
Agreed. Sweet. Agreements.
Yep.
Kevin Owens taking the victory here. I'm super excited. Hey, listen, if Randy has the pull, hey, listen, the only way Randy's winning this match is if he pulls the punt out. And that is going to be him going back and hearing those voices.
Going back heel, okay.
If he pulls the punt, Kevin Owens is done. The punt is what's going to be the deciding factor for this match.
Crazy, I don't know. All it took was the RKO being banned for him to create the most devastating finisher ever seen.
And for everybody that's taking that, I think only one person in the whole history of who Randy Orton's punt has actually kicked out of the punt. Mm-hmm. But typically, nobody has survived the punt. Not Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie, it probably was Cena. Steph took the punt to the head. Just know that. Hey, Triple H was changed. I'm about to get off on.
He went to that man's house.
No, hey, listen.
He put a swerve in the hangman.
Listen. That man, Triple H, was handcuffed to the ring, and he had no choice but to watch this dude Randy punt Steph. Oh my God. Sam, we're gonna put you on that video. Okay. We're gonna put you on that video. That was cinema. There. Cops and everything showed up to the house. But all in agreement, Kevin Owens for the victory in this match.
Okay.
Let's go on to our next championship match of the night. And that is going to be for the United States Championship between LA Knight Andrade and Carmelo Hayes.
Meh.
I get it, Marcus, but let's.
I'm not saying meh because I dislike the match. I'm just saying meh. If there was a bathroom break for like that, I would have to like this would be it for me.
This is probably
this would be my bathroom break match.
Yeah,
Understood.
It is.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like all three of these gentlemen, for being where the U.S. Championship is, I think they all fit very well in the picture. Andrade has been taking. He finally got a victory. Like he was taking L after L after L. He did win the Speed Championship that we still don't see on TV at all.
That thing don't exist. They wiping that thing from history.
I have a feeling it's going to be just like 24/7 championship. Carmelo, I've enjoyed his run coming up from NXT to the main roster. I feel like this trio thing has gotten a little stagnant in what they've been trying to do, but I'm happy we're finally at this point.
For me, it's the indirection. It's the them adding LA Knight that made it stagnant.
Got it.
It was fine when it was just we're in the series now, the best of kind of series. That was fine. It was competitive, and then LA Knight got in there and mucked it all up, and now we're here.
So like I like LA. I'm happy he's champion. And I feel like there's probably some other elements that we could have probably gone a different way, but I'm gonna be honest right now in this match. I want Carmelo to win. Like I really want Carmelo to win, but I already know it's gonna be LA Knight. He's not losing this championship in this match. I would like to see what Carmelo could do on the main roster as champion. I feel like they're not going to put another belt on Andrade until they throw him back into another faction. I know that's, I don't know why. It's just something weird. Like he should already be champion. Well, technically he's champion, but we don't get to see it. He should be champion. I don't like the speed. Like
yeah.
We can talk about that on the show. The speed thing is just a whole whatever. LA Knight is going to retain his championship. Marcus, you agree? Oh, he's pulling out the big. That didn't work. I don't care. But if you had to, you flip a coin or whatever you may do.
You can't flip a coin with three people, jokes.
Yeah, you can, because I'm sure there's one of these that you really don't want to win the match. So you take them out, which then leaves you with the two possibilities on there. I know at least one of these dudes.
So a Hail Mary, shoot, see if it lands.
Story-wise, it's going to be LA Knight. He's going to retain this damn belt until someone else takes it off of him, which needs to be someone in a bloodline faction.
I'm not mad at that. I could take that. Sin, where you at?
I'm going Mello.
Ooh, you are. Ooh,
I'm going Mello. When I look at this match, I love Andrade. I don't see the belt on him right now. I think Mello can have a nice little quick run with it, and he can elevate himself with it. Because I think he'll be a great heel with the belt. I think so. As far as promos and stuff like that, he's shown some promise. He's shown some promise. I think you give him the ball with this one, and like he says, I don't think he'll miss. I think he'll hit his target with it. So just because
I don't know in Saudi, I don't know. I don't think they pull a trigger in Saudi for Mello. I think that would be in the States type of thing for PLE, not over there.
I hear you, and you make a point.
Subtle tones for those of you who are listening. Subtle tones. You just go back, think about it, let it marinate, come back.
I dig it. All right, there's our first split.
Yeah,
me and Marcus for LA Knight, Sin for Carmelo. Listen, Sin, like I said, I really want Carmelo to win, but I don't think it's one, but I don't think it's going to be Crown Jewel, but he's got it coming. He's got it coming.
Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to the next. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. If it wasn't for the champion versus champion match, this should have been the main event of Crown Jewel.
Never mind, go ahead.
This should be the main event of Crown Jewel. Maybe it still will be, but I don't know. But that's gonna be. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say it like this: Bloodline 1.0 versus Bloodline 2.0. Roman Reigns, the Usos. It's nice to actually be able to say that once again. The Usos versus Solo Sikoa. Is it? Wait, I just thought about that. Did they say specifically which one of them is actually going to be the third man in this? I'm going Tama Tonga. I don't know.
I was going to be 4 versus 3. Shoot. You know what it is anyway, at the end of the day?
It is going to be 4 versus 3. Unless, like, listen, okay. Quick, while we Sami Zayn. So we've talked about.
He ain't family jokes.
Hey, listen, he's not family. I get it.
Oos.
There's something. Hey, listen, on Raw. Oh, excuse me, Smack. No, that was Raw. No, I'm right. That was Raw. That was Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Having Sammy talk to the Usos, and they had that whole little the family. It is what it is. But seeing Sammy talk to Solo, now I'm very intrigued to know what type of conversation that was they had.
Don't matter. He ain't going to Saudi.
Hey, look, I understand, but listen, crazier things have happened. But you're 99.9%. I'm pretty sure
only
you're
reason
right.
why he went last year is because he was champion.
He was champion. I get it.
That's the only reason why he went.
But just like since, for all intents and purposes, this match is 4-on-3. There's just the number game. There's just no to it. As long as the Bloodline has the numbers, it's always Bloodline 2.0. I'm gonna have to be very specific.
Or hear me out. This is where Zilla comes in, but he's masked because he's not official yet, and he interferes. And then by the time Survivor Series comes around, Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. I am the wise man of the tribal chief. I come bringing reinforcements. Zilla
Maybe. I don't know. I think with the new program, Zilla's probably going to be going through that. He shouldn't, because he.
Nah, I don't think he'll go through. I don't think he'll go through what Solo and Ava had to go through. I don't think they'll put him in NXT. I think he'll be immediately in the Bloodline.
On there for it. Where are you at? Where are you at on this match, Marcus?
Well, I gotta go. It's hard, man. Like I can't. Until I see like my Usos versus God tag team versus tag team. Like I need it. Like more than air. Like I need that to happen. But for this, like
all right, SpongeBob.
This match, I'm probably gonna have to go with, for story purposes, I think 2.0 is gonna get that squeaky one over on someone.
Marcus, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
3 is not enough.
2.0 is going to take this win until we can get the numbers game in line. There's just no way. And I get it. I know. Listen, I know Roman's decimated them. I know Jimmy and Jay have had their moments just beating up on 2.0. At the end of the day, that fourth body, whether it be like Tongaloa, like whatever mix and match of it, that fourth man out is still the deciding factor.
And we still like, if since Phantasma, for those of you who don't know, is going through cancer right now. So much prayers to you. Hope you beat it. Best of hope you get healthy. Tama and Tonga, Haikilo supposed to be Hikuleo, supposed to be coming to the E. That's another body. Like,
I know those talks have been there. Like, eventually the trigger is going to get pulled on one of them in some shape.
At that point, just rebrand SmackDown to just be like the Mafia family.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. Sin, where are you at right now?
Go ahead, put your words in the air. Go ahead.
Don't listen to me very carefully. I'm pulling for the OG Bloodline all day, but 2.0 are winning this match. Yes, they have the numbers game, but there's no Paul Heyman yet.
So what you're saying is no Yeet.
No, what I'm saying is until Paul Heyman comes back, the Bloodline's still not the Bloodline yet. They had 4 members and Solo, but Paul Heyman was an integral part of the Bloodline. His motivation is enough. I think if he was there right now as just to motivate them, they would wash all 3 of them. They would wash all 4 of them out there. They would. But he's not there yet to do his thing, to get in his ear, to to be that wise man. So until he can come back and get on that mic, Zilla could probably show up, something like that. But I don't have the Bloodline being able to, the OG Bloodline being able to get past 2.0 until Paul comes back. I think they'll have those moments where they come out, decimate real quick, get the pop. Yes,
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is probably going to be where we'll see events truly unfold for it, because obviously
moment.
And I feel like this is rushed. I feel like they're just forced to do this match. I think they're trying to hold it off until Survivor Series, but I think the people are just speaking. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants this. Look, we're talking about this without us having seen how SmackDown has gone yet.
Pre-recorded.
It's pre-recorded, yes. So we don't have that part of the story, that part of the information
that we've seen.
I mean? Yes.
Be aware, y'all. Spoilers are out there, so if you do not want to know those events, avoid. Make sure
the ending of SmackDown has already been leaked, earlier this week, earlier on the weekend.
Just fair warning, if you haven't.
Even this match got leaked because of the leak, because they just had to announce it because of that. So technically, we're not supposed to know this is happening until Friday.
But it's hard to do that when you're in front of a crowd of 18,000 people.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to pull out a camera and tweet and do something on there for it.
But yes, OG Bloodline, I really want to win like most people. But because of those reasons, I got,
storyline. Hey, listen, I got to win. When we get the Survivor Series, if we can get the Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games, I got OG Bloodline taking that victory. That victory is going to be something fierce. Yeah. That's going to be something fierce, and I can't wait for that. But right now,
WrestleMania, we get the Usos versus God.
Listen,
all I care about.
Listen,
WrestleMania, the Usos versus God.
It doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even need to have the tag team champions. Well, I want to see that match too. But if the tag team championships get thrown into the middle of this in some shape or form, whatever. But
now, I don't want the tag teams because I actually want Jimmy to have a solid singles run on his own.
Got it.
Don't need him. I want him to be United States champion. I'm gonna be a buck with you. I want him to be United States champion because that's just going to be funny with him as champion.
It would be committed gold. Yeah,
I dig it
for sure.
All right, we're all in agreement. Bloodline 2.0.
Already got a nickname for him. Playmaker Jimmy Uso. There we go. Stamp it. Lock it in.
I'm not mad at that because he did Playmaker.
Playmaker Jimmy Uso. I swear to God, WWE, look at me. If you take this, just know 8/23, 10/30, 2024 EST. I said it.
He said it.
The Playmaker Jimmy Uso. I said it. You heard it here first. I'm done.
All right, we'll make sure if that happens, we clip this and throw that right out there. Nope. My man Marcus said it first.
You heard it here. The Finisher Podcast by Loading Snacks. That's where it came up. That's where it came from. Hey, listen, there's a writer's job, I believe, that is still open. So maybe if that comes through, go ahead and slide your resume over there to him. But let's go ahead and move on to our next match. This has been another one that's been brewing for a while. And now we're going to see the fallout from this. And that is going to be Seth freaking Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed. I hate saying that, Bronson Reed. I don't know why we
call him Bronson, the Kaiju Reed.
Reed or something. I'm with you on that.
Always with the big people, they always got to add big or something or gigantic or the monstrous to you don't need to do that.
But yeah, this has been, I would say at this point now, we're a few months into this. Because obviously Bronson took out Seth. Was it 6 tsunamis?
Minimum. Might have been 8, but minimum 6, yeah. So
Seth got put on the shelf for a few weeks. And obviously that got him out of the mix because Seth was also going to be a little still mixed in with the CM Punk and McIntyre storyline. So this was a good good little way to have him out of the mix all around, all over the place. But obviously, he's back now. He wants to have revenge. Um, I hate to say that I probably see this as being a one and done type of thing if the revenge does happen and occurs. Um, I don't I don't see this feud going on for very long.
Oh
Now
yeah,
that
this match here is a one and done. Seth is gonna beat Bronson Reed. Not because like he's stronger than Bronson Reed. It's just we have to get to the CM Punk Seth Rollins WrestleMania, and Seth needs wins, and especially since coming off the injury, yeah, Seth is winning this match.
Marcus, you said it. That I'm in the same boat. Seth is taking this victory. Um, I give Bronson his props. This whole little thing that he's been between Seth, um, Braun Strowman,
Braun
like dog,
Strowman.
saying their names back to back is like
Yeah.
tongue tied. And Braun Strowman has been okay. Um, Having the two of them with the whole backstage brawl, the car and all that was okay. But I just don't see this going anywhere. Like even without a championship in the title, like I feel like you should be able to take that ball, run a little bit more with it. But I feel like this is one of those that's kind of just run its course. And I just wanted to go ahead and end now before things just start to become a little bit of
Off
a
the
rut.
rails, just
Yeah.
too much.
You wanted to end with Seth and Bronson right now.
I'll take the Seth victory. You know, Seth will get the victory. Um, we'll make it to Raw. Seth will come out, start doing this whole entire thing, get us into his next feud. Right now, I feel like the picture that I would have Seth in, I want him to eventually get to Gunther, but I think we're still a little ways off for that. Um, Marcus, has Seth been Intercontinental Champion?
No. He's been United States champion.
That's
He's
what
been WWE champion. He's been the heavyweight champion. He's been the tag team champion. He has never been intercontinental champion
that's what I thought.
because he's not a Grand Slam champion.
Not yet, right? So I would like to see him in the mix of the Intercontinental title, probably. Now,
Well, actually, let me double check that. Maybe he won it, and I just like wasn't paying attention to him at that point in time.
no, because like obviously the U.S.
But
title,
I'm pretty sure he's never won the Intercontinental Championship.
he's had the U.S. title because Cena won it off of him when he had that whole
Yeah, he
dual.
was dual champion. He was
dual
WWE
champion.
and United States champion. Yeah, I think like he's never been Intercontinental.
I don't think he's been Intercontinental Championship, so I think it's time to see him in that picture for a little bit. Now I know, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, and I don't want to go off. We can, this will be something we'll talk about on the actual podcast, but there's this talk, you know, of like once you go for like the big championships, you stay in that focus and you don't go backwards to go to like the Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. Um, I feel like depending on how it works and how it goes, having someone of a big caliber name of a Seth Rollins to hold on to the Intercontinental Championship could be a good thing.
No, he's
Nope.
been Intercontinental champion 2 times. He is a Grand Slam. Oh no, yeah, he is a Grand Slam champion.
Okay.
I stand corrected. I don't remember the Intercontinental title runs.
He's
So,
won
I didn't have a
he's
problem
won
with
the
it.
Intercontinental Championship 2 times.
Yeah, because I didn't have a problem with it. If you're trying to be a Grand Slam champion, you need to collect all the belts. So if you got all right, I'll be back for the heavyweight one later. Let me go check this off my bucket list first. You know what I mean? And cool, I don't have a problem with that, like at all. But
He's the 29th Triple Crown champion.
okay, cool. I stand corrected. But either way, even if we put him back, like I would like to see Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. I think that could make a little bit of an interesting. I think that could be a little bit of an interesting feud to see how things go for a little while. Have
don't
a
give
couple
me
back
Braun
and
and
forth.
Jacob Fatu. Stop playing with me.
Hey, listen, we
Just stop playing with all of us to give us Braun and Jacob Fatu. Just give it to us. They will bring that place to a standstill.
Fun fact about Seth Rollins: he is also the only wrestler to have won the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, and NXT Championship. In addition to being the only wrestler to compete in a match to decide the first inaugural champion of those 3 championships.
Burn it down.
solid. That's solid. Finn should be up there, but unfortunate things that we won't talk about on here because
Sad days.
um Sin, you think we're in the right place here, or do you think Bronson's going to make this storyline go on further?
No, Seth wins. I agree with y'all. Seth is winning this. But I don't want to see Bronson stop what he's doing. I'd rather see him come back on Monday pissed off and frustrated that he lost and take it out on the first person he sees. Like I don't want what they're doing him to slow down.
Now, what I can see like happening is that he runs into like Otis.
That's fine. You know what I mean? But I don't want him to stop what he's doing. It's just because he maybe took an L. You know what I mean? So as long as they don't do that, I'm
see that's the problem with how they build Bronson Reed right now is that they keep calling him Big Bronson Reed, and because of that means he has to go against those type of caliber
people, fighting for the big man fighting for who's the biggest big man on the roster right now. Yeah.
And so Raw currently has a very small amount of big people that are singles competitors. There are others that are in tag teams, but Bronson isn't in a tag team.
But still, he can destroy their partner just to piss the other one off, just to get a match with him. Like it's still
that would make sense if like the partner of one of the teams isn't already coming back off an injury to be in a tag team to get the tag team championships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
Not bad.
But
so
yeah.
So Seth for you as well, Sin?
Yeah, Seth. Yeah.
Got it. This PLE is seeming pretty straightforward. I think that we have one here right now,
except for my one left field. You know,
there's one left field. Well, who knows? You could be absolutely right. Let's go on. We're getting close to the end. 2 matches that we have left. Now, both of these have the same implications. So we have our main champion of each brand facing off against each other, both the men's champions and the women's champions. So we'll start with Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan, and they will be crowned, whoever wins this, as the first ever Crown Jewel champion. Now, before we get into the match, so I there's a part of me that still doesn't like this.
This is kind of a no-brainer.
Is it? Because like,
let's have the talk.
We'll talk through it. The only thing about this match,
last time we thought it was a no-brainer, we all pretty much ended completely wrong with those AEW predictions.
So
hey, that's different. That's a different product, sir. That's a different product, sir.
Just say it.
But my only thing is like, I don't know if this is going to, whoever wins this, if this, like, obviously this has already happened. We've had a couple people win these championships during Crown Jewel, and then nothing, like, after maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
that's
maybe.
How interested you are in this match, Marcus? Tell them how you really feel.
The championship just went away. Like, Braun Strowman won the Greatest Royal Rumble when that was in Saudi.
Oh, that was the greatest. It just wasn't Royal Rumble. It was the greatest one.
It was the Greatest Royal Rumble.
It was that was the name of it. Was the Greatest Royal Rumble.
I think it was like 80 competitors or like 70 competitors.
It wasn't that many, but no, it wasn't that many. I think it was 40 to 50.
Is that
it was
Cody lie? I just learned that term today.
It was more than the average, but
okay.
After he won it, he had a big trophy and everything. We talked about it for a few weeks, and then it just
went
disappeared
away.
For it. I just don't know what the point is, or unless whoever is the champion, if this is going to be a yearly thing, like obviously whoever's repping that belt is going to have to hold on to it, and then next year we go back and we do for it. But there's going to have to be
but they won't defend it all the time. I think it will only be defended during
Crown
and
Jewel.
I don't even think it'll be defended. I think I would treat it like a bragging rights pay-per-view. Like you have bragging rights to say like, hey, I'm the first ever this. And every year going forward, there will always be a new blank champion.
And they're not going. I don't think they're going to carry it around either.
No.
Just because the way they carry it around in the briefcases and make it seem like it's all pristine and it needs to have security around all the time.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. If that belt is actually made out of actual 100% pure gold, and those are actual diamonds and gems and emeralds and shit, I'm not traveling all over with that belt. No matter.
I believe it is. I believe the one that they just put on the podium and probably for the night of probably is because it is Saudi. But the one they're going to put on them to walk around with or whatever will be a complete replica.
Yeah, they'll have that real one. It will.
Yeah,
it will.
I'm just saying for like authenticity, right?
Right.
For like, I'm not carrying that. That shit is like, matter of fact, put that in my safety deposit box, lock it away.
If you want me carried around, include the guards with it and the case, because that's how it's traveling with me everywhere. I'm wearing that thing.
All right, we've already had stories of people getting their cars broken into and their belts getting taken and all these shenanigans for getting said belt at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. But my only thing is just, if we're gonna do this, I would like to see somehow it be incorporated. Obviously, like we said, this gets defended once a year. Whoever gets it gets those bragging rights.
Right.
But I imagine we're gonna stop talking about it probably after, or at least right as that next PLE comes around.
I mean, the way that this is being built, right? Like these belts are being built. It's being portrayed as, okay, the only way to win said belt is to have a champion versus champion match, and then the winner is the overall champion for basically X amount of time. And because of that, there's no real way to have a number one contender because it's always supposed to be a champion versus champion. So that means you would have to have a champion versus champion to have a winner to then face said Crown Jewel champion.
They're just the ultimate champion. They're the Crown Jewel champion. That's just what it means, I guess.
I'm not sure. But either way, we'll
find out after the match.
We'll find out. I just think the concept, because of this being obviously a once a year thing, like it's not like the Royal Rumble where you win it, you got an opportunity to go on to WrestleMania where like there's an end,
right?
Or even the Money in the Bank briefcase. You win the briefcase, it gets you the opportunity to get the championship at any time, but it does expire after a year. Or at least that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like I essentially what they did for Crown Jewel is they took what's it bragging rights and what was that Night of Champions and put it into one PLE.
But you know what, Night of Champions, I love the premise of Night of Champions where every championship was defended, because some of these championships do not get defended. So Night of Champions was one of those once in the blue moon things that made everything work. Even if some of those matches ended up on the pre-show, unfortunately, the US or Intercontinental, every single championship was defended, which I absolutely love. But I'm just eager to see how they talk about this coming Raw and SmackDown. We'll see how things go. But let's see if, like, for Marcus, you think this. Personally, Nia's gonna win.
Exactly. Like that's my thought process. Okay. Nia's gonna win. No matter what, like something is gonna happen to where Liv's crew is not going to be able to do what they want to do because it's two heels going at it in the ring.
The easiest, like, listen, the answer is out there easily. The problem right now is with Rhea having the orbital injury. I was for even before this, I was for sure she's costing Liv this match. No two ways that was what was going to happen. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Rhea will put a mask on and put eye patch on or whatever and go out there. I already see her doing that.
Yeah, Rhea's a thug. Yeah,
and
if she proved if she can move, messed up ankle or whatever, she's still coming down to the ring.
Listen, she already told, and I think it was a tweet. She was like, "Don't you messed up because you didn't kill her." She literally said, like, "You left me alive." I forget the actual verbiage for it. So I do think. I know the angle, but I think Rhea is going to cost her this match. No two ways around that.
I mean, I was just leaving up for speculation for the viewers and listeners, man, so
And
they
listen,
could
but
use
that's
their
what we
own
do.
imagination.
But here's the thing, though. They may disagree with me, which I welcome, and so we can then have those comments in the chat. So I welcome it either way. Do you guys think I'm right? Cool. Let me know that you agree. Do you think I'm wrong? Tell me why I'm wrong. Throw it in the chat. For you guys listening, email me, at me, whatever it may be. Get me one way or the other for it. Sin, where are you at?
Nia is winning. I think she's the better look of the two options to put this first belt on. Of the two, that way you don't have. I don't think it's going to be a clean victory because it's Liv and she's going to cheat. Dom and Raquel but we got Tiffy over on what's the name side. So as long as that relationship is still working, because it's kind of fragile at this point, she has somebody in her corner.
I mean, the funniest thing would be if she cashes in on Liv Morgan becomes champion.
Sin.
Hey, look.
Hey, Sin.
Yes.
My friend at work wanted, he told me specifically, he wanted to do this, but he was like, he wanted to throw this out there, kind of what Marcus just said. But what if Tiffy waits until afterwards, and if by some chance Liv were to win and have both championships, she cashes in the briefcase. Technically, that means she get both if she wanted to, I think. I don't know.
I will throw up in my fucking mouth. I'm sorry for the French language. I'm sorry. I apologize. But
wait. What do you mean she won both? Like when both?
If she walks out, I don't care how. If she walks out with both titles, I'm gonna be livid.
With both,
she wouldn't. The contract and the money to make is for one belt. You can't get both.
Marcus, and listen. Some weirder and wackier stuff has happened, and she go out there and amend the contract right on stage and say like I am cashing this briefcase in for both of those championships.
Because if she wins the match, she gets the belt. But then she can cash.
But then it's irrelevant either way, because after a month, we're not going to talk about the Crown Jewel Championship. So let her take both of them, because it's going to be irrelevant afterwards.
I thought you was talking about both the Raw and the
No.
You can't come out with both. Now the other ones, I don't care. Like the Crown Jewel,
yeah,
like that's something else. But
if there was a way that both the world, if clearly those titles are not being defended, we already know that. Those titles are not being defended. I don't know. We've seen weirder and wackier stuff, but
look, regardless, at the end of the day, there's no way I can pick Liv to win this because she's against Mommy, and I'm Mommy all day long. You see this right here? You see this? Monday Night Mommy? It is what it is. Sorry, Liv, you can't win this. Sorry. I can be a hater all day.
I dig it. We're all in agreement. Nia Jax is walking out of here.
Yes,
it ain't gonna be, one way or the other. This match is not going to be a victory or a loss either way, but Nia's walking out as champion. Crown Jewel champion. We'll see how this goes. Which then, of course, leads us to the final match of the night, which I don't think it should be, but it is going to be probably. And that's going to be for the men's side for the first ever Crown Jewel champion between Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Now, first things first, before we even talk about like Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. First of all, I don't think these two dudes have actually squared off versus each other yet.
Nope.
Which is one part about this that I really love because we have not seen this happen.
It's the first, yeah.
This is the first time. Like I got Marcus double check and make sure, but I am pretty damn sure that
I'm 100% certain.
Yeah,
that
they have not
on screen TV. They've never danced in square circle together.
If they did, it was a live event afterwards type of thing that is not seen to the public.
Yeah.
So that part actually excites me about this match, is to see what these two dudes will do against each other. Obviously, I do still think there's going to be tomfoolery in this match probably as well too, and it's probably all going to be against Cody, unfortunately. I don't think Gunther is going to have an issue, but I think Cody's probably going to have a little bit of a problem. I am probably going to get some flack for this. I think Gunther is going to win this match.
Okay.
Now don't get me wrong. Cody is
save until later.
Hey, listen, it makes sense that Cody wins this match. You would think Crown Jewel, your main champion, whatever. I think with Cody and what he's already done and what he's in and as WWE champion, I think this is going to be a good piece for Gunther to win to then elevate him even further. Because right now, Gunther, like, don't get me wrong, the Cody with the bloodline and all that, that's kind of on the back burner, kind of, but he's still kind of sewn in that whole entire thing with Roman trying to come back for the championship and all that. I think Gunther needs this more than Cody. I do, like I said, I don't think it'll probably be a clean victory. And I don't want that to be an issue with every single match that we have to worry about this interference thing, but I don't think the bloodline, because especially with War Games coming up.
Yeah, all that goes there, yeah.
And typically, Marcus, War Games is 5-on-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, let's just say, obviously, we don't get some of the other, blood relatives to come in, and we have to go to like the likes of like the Sami Zayn to be involved, a Cody to be involved. Like, obviously, I would imagine if he wasn't defending his championship at Survivor Series, this would probably be the other place to put him in. Roman probably would say, listen, I helped you out. I now need your help.
And plus, they have Jay over there, and Jay and Cody have a relationship because, Cody got him to Raw. So
I think this may be the way
I can see that as an angle.
Is how we end up getting, potentially, if we need a fifth member, how we get Cody into the mix of this. Gunther winning this, coming out on Raw, and just absolutely decimating everybody and just saying, I am the best. I am the greatest. The typical Gunther and how he was going to do things. I think him winning this gives him more leverage than what it would do for Cody. I don't think Cody needs this win. Gunther needs this win. I'm going with Gunther. Sam.
Oh, no, I'm not going next. That's all for Marcus.
Woo, okay.
That's all for Marcus. I want to see what the American Nightmare's greatest fan has to say.
Yeah.
Look here. I am not the American Nightmare's greatest fan.
Well, first of all, okay. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Sin. There's no Cody anything anywhere.
I've noticed. That's why I'm curious. He's not representing.
Unless he's got on like some Cody Rhodes boxers. And I don't want to know.
My girl's not gonna be on the show, but she's representing.
I don't know. My man probably got Cody Rhodes boxers or something on. Like, keep it to yourself.
Whoa.
Hey, look, see, Sin?
Whoa, yeah, did the
I'll take that as a yes.
Y'all got issues. Y'all got issues. Serious issues. But here's how I believe it's going to go down. Well, since Cody's my guy, I'm going to pick Cody to win because he's the face of the company, yada, 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 typical speech. But how I actually think it's going to go down is Gunther's going to win.
Okay.
Gunther's going to win, but only not because of his like dirty shenanigans, but because The Rock shenanigans. Because we already know that The Rock said he was going to come back for Cody, and SummerSlam War Games is around the corner, and it's supposed to be 5-on-5. Well, guess who the fifth member is for 2.0?
Could be Dwayne Johnson. Okay.
That's how you get Cody over there to be like, yo, like, I scratched your back. You gotta come back over here and scratch my back. I did you a solid. Like, I need you to do me a solid. Yada, yada, yada. That's how that happens in a more believable way because, like, Cody's kind of separate, but not separated from the bloodline. But only way, really, I see that fully going more is if The Rock interferes in this match and costs him this Crown Jewel first ever inaugural championship, which then goes in the SummerSlam for a one-on-one with the Great One, and then we get that fallout, and that leads into the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, yada yada yada. That's how I believe that's going to go down.
So what you're saying now hold on, because you said SummerSlam. Now So we're gonna get Cody versus The Rock.
Whoa,
After.
Survivor Series. Survivor Series.
Okay, I had to mix. I'm like, damn. I was like, wait, we way out there. But so you think we're getting Rock, Cody, Survivor Series is what you think?
Yep.
Okay, okay. I can still see that, and that would still leave numbers on both bloodline teams that we're gonna have to fill if we do it that way. But either way, other than the fact you still have Cody winning, but obviously it's gonna be
Logically, I see Gunther winning because The Rock comes out of nowhere, being the final boss. Shenanigans. All right, blank. Shut up, ref. Blah 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 blah. All right, get in the ring. Count the 1, 2, 3. Yada 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 yada.
Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the way that came out. Sin now on to you.
Hey, Jokes, I'm with you. I'm going with Gunther. I'm going with Gunther, and honestly, for a lot of same reasons that you said, like I think Cody will be fine if he does not win this. Like he is the golden boy of the company, and yes, giving Gunther this accolade will propel him much higher, and his heel capability will even grow even higher than that because we all know how he is. Like he's got the Intercontinental Championship thing now. Came right out of that to win the World Heavyweight Championship and to triple threat it pretty much with this added to it. And he won King of the Ring. Like he's on a freaking tear right now. They never face each other. And we know as basic and generic as Gunther kind of is, he hits stupid hard. And Cody's not. I don't think he's mentally ready for that. He might get more so once it starts, but that first half is going to take him. It's going to throw him back for real. Like it's going to be bad. I do think it's going to be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him win it clean. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want to see him win it clean, just to be able, to add the excellence of professional wrestling. Like nobody had to help me. I did everything I was supposed to be done. He'd be able to tote that going forward. So I don't want to see interference happen, even if it's with Imperium itself. But I think, Gunther is the right choice to put this championship on, as token as it is or whatever. Yeah.
Now listen, in saying that, Gunther's the one that would keep that belt and would bring that belt out all the time, just to remind people.
No, he gonna have what's the name bring out like Paul Heyman.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah,
Ludwig Kaiser.
He won't be able to carry the briefcase.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. If Ludwig has it in his arm just the whole entire time, just standing to the side, just so Gunther just looks over and listen. Gunther's the one that would keep that belt alive for a whole entire year. Even if somehow he did lose the World Heavyweight Championship, dude's gonna make this, like just like you said, this nothing belt that's gonna be actually seem like it's something, even though he's not going to defend it at least for a whole another year. And I just don't see in years' time that they decide to, we're going to do champion versus champion again. Because depending on how the landscape changes, you're probably going to want to have whoever currently is your champion face somebody, two big superstars at the time. We just don't know how it's going to play out.
Yeah, but I think that's like 2 years down the road. Like in order to be like, all right, who is the ultimate Crown Jewel champion? You take the first champion and the second champion, and they face off.
I can see that. Yeah, them doing something like that down the line. Yeah. Depending on how this first one goes, how it's received and all that type of stuff. Like,
and that's if they go back to Saudi.
Yeah, true. Because
that was going to be the other side of it, because there's a rumor that whether it's this one or the next one could potentially be the final TKO wanting to go over to Saudi. I don't know.
And if that's the case, this belt is definitely just an accolade belt.
It's the last one-time thing. So, but obviously, it's just a rumor right now. We don't know. TKO could decide to pull the plug on it, but it is what it is.
I wouldn't be heartbroken if it went away.
I would just like, at least for now, if we do something with these champions, obviously it's going to be tied to it, or then later on, if they get changed into something else, which I don't think is going to happen, it'll go in the history book and we won't come back and revisit it. But I'm just eager to see how the Crown Jewel champion is treated a month or so afterwards. I feel like it's
Same
just
here.
going to be next PLE, drop the gimmick, and we're just going to continue like it never happened again. That's my only thing, because then it kind of makes this whole entire thing pointless.
Yeah.
Gunther will gloat forever. I will take that, but this is how we get these matches, necessarily ones that we wouldn't see because of the brand split. Brand split's a little irrelevant. Marcus, we've gotten to that territory now, Marcus, where the brand split thing, like when Jay was champion as champion, I kind of understood how we could say and make it make sense, maybe to make him come over, but obviously for the bloodline thing,
I mean, it only makes sense.
It
It made sense then because he was tag team champion with Cody. It made sense. Now, like, they have to invade and cost him said match for him to be pulled back into the fold. And I don't know if you realize they kind of pumped the brakes on the whole Jay Mommy situation. So yeah, because they knew they had to bring him into the bloodline.
Yep. And we'll wrap stuff up, but like now we have the GMs of the shows kind of back and forth, because obviously the bloodline coming over from SmackDown to Raw, it's not an approved thing. So clearly this is a storyline work as well too, to potentially give us either another Survivor Series thing where we get, SmackDown versus Raw. Like, we haven't seen that kind of in a while.
If they do that, y'all better add NXT.
That's what happened the last time. They added NXT the last time.
We have to take you back and introduce you to where they first introduced NXT into the Survivor Series thing and how they dominated Raw, SmackDown.
Hey, look, their women division will do that right now.
Listen, we'll talk. Hey, listen, we're about to get over to
prime time. Adam Cole, baby.
Listen, 10-woman tag team that's happening next week on NXT. Absolutely going to be a fire of a match.
Y'all know who's in that match, and I am losing my mind.
Oh, you got a mix of all of them in that match. I know.
Like how Marcus said in the beginning about the tag match for this one, like his ladies were in it. He didn't know what to do. That NXT that's where I'm at with that one. Rhea put a stamp of approval or something. I'm like, I'm all here for it.
We'll talk about it later. But gentlemen, that has been the predictions for WWE Crown Jewel. For you guys watching and for you guys listening, do you think we made the right predictions, or do you think we chose wrong? Do us a favor. Let us know in the comments your picks for WWE Crown Jewel.
And tune in to Extra Life this weekend. We might make a stipulation on what happens to the winners and the losers. Who knows? Who knows what can happen during Extra Life?
Hey, it's for the kids. We typically do some crazy things. I got a whole box. I got a whole. Hey, listen, hey Marcus, I'll slide you some of these. I got the hot one sauces. I got all 10.
I ain't doing no challenges until that one joint gets put up.
Don't pass another man your sauce on camera, jokes. Don't do that, please.
Saying you just had to make that just so bad. Please, y'all, comment and let us know your picks for WWE Crown Jewel. We're gonna step off because we got to do more stuff after this finishes. But gentlemen, any other last comments about WWE Crown Jewel before we get out of here?
No, I'm more excited about it now than I was at the beginning of it when they first announced what it was going to be about, the whole champion for champion thing, and us being in limbo. What does that even mean? But seeing the card pan out to be what it is, I'm more intrigued about the card itself. So
I dig it. Yeah. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. As usual, thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're listening, whether you're watching. It's always appreciated. Make sure, hit that link. For those that can't see it, beacons.ai/loading snacks. Make sure that you follow in all of our antics, whether it be, of course, you're listening for wrestling, you're listening for anime, or you're just listening for every other thing that we have to talk about. Weekly Tuesdays, Thriller Park Thursdays, Wrestle Wednesday.
Loaded Snacks Anime Chat Thursday mornings drop. Bop. 10 a.m.
Tune in. But that Bingham's League will make sure that you're linked to everything so you don't miss it. Hit the YouTube as well.
Yes.
But wrapping things up for the homie Marcus, for the homie Sin, this is your boy Jokes. These have been your predictions for WWE Crown Jewel. We will catch you on the next episode of the Finisher Podcast. Deuces.
Ta-ta for now.
Loading snacks.